July 14, 2005, and my name is Nancy Claypool, and I am interviewing Mary Ellen Koutsoumpas. And Mary Ellen, can you tell us the name of the business that you're familiar with here in Marshall, and where it was located, and some things about it?
Tom's Cafe, and it was, well, it's still there. It's the family restaurant now in downtown Marshall.
Okay. Tell us about the owner of the cafe and some of the history behind the restaurant.
Well, my father-in-law started the business, and he came from Greece, and I don't remember how many years it was in the family altogether. My husband and I had it for 37 years then, but his father started it and had it for several years, and then he became ill, and my husband took it over, and we had it from then on. But he and his wife, my mother-in-law, were the ones that started it, and then we bought two more buildings and tore them down and added a dining room and a lounge. It was just the one building, the restaurant part, and we added two more rooms then later.
Okay. Can you tell us about the food?
Yes, everything was made on the premises. Everything. We had a butcher shop and a bakery and a baking equipment in the room and the prep room back there. We did everything there. Baked the pies, the rolls, and these rolls and the cinnamon rolls, and everything was made. Like we'd have chicken and noodles, and my mother-in-law made the noodles, and we had all kinds of salads. We had a varied menu every day, and it changed with salads and vegetables and different meats every day. Then there was certain things that we had all the time.
Even mayonnaise.
Even mayonnaise, yes.
Everyone knows about the mayonnaise.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of the things that were the most popular with your customers?
Of course, that depends completely on the customer, but hamburgers. Of course, we ground our own meat and made the hamburgers, we made tenderloins, breaded tenderloins, and grilled tenderloins, and that was cut. We had a big ice box where the meat hung from hooks, that they would bring it in and hang it. And then my husband, and then later he trained butchers to cut the way we wanted it done, and it was all cut there. And we did the baking there. And let me see. There was we had fried chicken, and then we had prime rib, which we had a lot for parties. We had lots of parties, Christmas parties, and all the clubs, like Rotary and Lions, and all of their dinners. And then at Christmas time, the dining room, we would set that up every day at noon, and then every evening it would be reset, moved all the tables and chairs and everything, and reset for Christmas parties. We had folding doors which came across to make different areas, unless it was a large group. And let's see, food. Homemade pies. People loved the pies. And I think they liked everything we had. We had so much that it's hard to. But it was Midwestern cooking, just home cooking. Mm-hmm.
What was your main competition, or was there any?
I don't remember any. I guess I I suppose in later years, the Colonial Kitchen was in Marshall, and I suppose that was but in early years, I don't remember any competition. And if there was, I don't know, because we were so busy all the time, it seemed to me that, with everything we did, that.
Who were some of the people who worked for you?
Oh, goodness. Oh, well, I have some of that written down here. Myrtle Mullins, you heard of the Mullins dressings. She was a sister to the man who developed it. She developed the recipe, but he had the money to do the manufacturing part. And she baked pies for us for years. And I hadn't thought about all that. May Hobson was a waitress for years and years and years. And also Minnie Kleinman was cashier for years. And then, there were so many people that through the years, lots of them. The Belts girls, they all, of course, are married, but several of them worked for us. And these were all people who were really, I would say, dedicated to their jobs. They took pride in their work, and of course, through the years, there were lots of others. I never thought of compounding a list, of that, because there were so many. Right? Mm-hmm.
What are some of your first memories, or some of the things that really stick out in your mind?
Oh, I don't know. I liked working with the people, and they all seemed to enjoy themselves when they were there, and liked the food, and that made it pleasant, of course. I don't know. Right now I can't think of anything. Just I do the Christmas parties stand out in my mind because we were so busy and did so many. And
what? Tell me about the end of the business. When the business was sold.
Well, it was sold because my husband became ill and just could no longer do everything. That's why we sold it.
So how many years did you operate it?
37.
Who were the people that frequented your business? Was it out-of-towners or local people?
Local, many local people, and then too, we had lots of customers, especially on Sundays. It seemed like Saturday nights and Sundays, weekends, from Terre Haute, and lots from Casey and Robinson and Paris, from all the surrounding towns. We had lots of customers that came all the time. Really came a lot.
And I hear about Friday night ball games after
ball
games.
Yes. Yes. That was sort of a madhouse.
What did people do?
Well, they just all came in after the ball game and ate, and it was just large. We were busy. They had fun.
That's great. I hear a lot about that.
I've kind of forgotten about that. That's been a long time ago. Mm-hmm.
What would you say about how things have changed in Marshall and just overall
the food business?
About the food business?
Fast food. You just don't find restaurants anymore. They're either chains, and they have good food, I don't mean that, but it's the same thing, all the time. They have much, I guess, more varied types of food than we had, but you just don't find the homemade anymore, where they make it menu's the same.
It seems like, from listening to these interviews, that people congregated in Marshall a lot and at the food establishments.
Oh,
And
yes.
spent a lot of time doing that. Is that changed?
I think so. I do think so. And I think fast foods, there again, and people seem to be so busy, and they just run in and get something and don't sit down and eat and have dinner like they used to a lot of times.
What else have I not asked that you would like to tell about?
Oh dear, I was trying to think what I had written down here, maybe something, but I can't think of anything right now. But ours was a family business. The whole family worked in it.
The whole thing,
My children all through high school and part of college, they would come home and work. And part of Bill's family worked there, and it was,
was your whole life, wasn't it?
yes, it was.
At that time.
Yeah, it was.
Well, that's very interesting, and we appreciate your coming in for the interview.
You're welcome.
And I think it'll be a wonderful way to record the history of what happened
I hope
for
so.
Tom's Restaurant. Thank you.
Uh-huh.